Hey you guys, today I want to talk about how to start a conversation on social media, because although we are not all perfect, some of us needs a little bit brushing up on our etiquette. So let's get started. I guess the first thing that I want to address is starting conversation based off of their interest or off of a picture. I think that's so much better than basing off of their looks. Why, you ask? I mean, just think about it. It's not just you out there in the playing field. You're competing against millions of other people in the pot. You know, what makes you stand out? Everybody's gonna have the same exact comments as you are. Like, you're gorgeous. You're freaking pretty, girl.
Your eyes are so pretty. Whenever the light hits on them, it's like a billion little droplets of diamonds.
Don't be that person. Please do not be that creep. Like, no. Delete, abort. Instead, comment on how awesome they look while they're surfing on the shores. There's a billion ways for you to start that conversation with that person. Hey, I like the picture of you surfing. Where was that at? Or were you with your friends? Or are you any good? No, just use your imagination. Let your curiosity soar off the roof. I guarantee you that you'll get a lot more responses just based off of their looks. Just saying. Another thing is that whenever you're starting out with a stranger, don't give them pet names like hun, babe, sweetie, whatever, munchkin. Please don't do that. Better way, call them by their first name. Jen, Jenny, Jennifer, just throwing that out there. Because if you don't even know their last name, what makes you have the right to, you know, give them a pet name? If I've gone on a first date with them, just don't. Get to know them as a friend first. You know, you'll automatically think, oh, like, oh, they're just gonna put me on the friend zone. Me personally, I'd rather get to know them as a friend first than just diving into it. Like, nah, brah. And finally, I cannot stress you, this is the biggest pet peeve that I have, is please do not be a plain Jane with the one-worded responses. I guarantee you, like, you're just not gonna hear anything from me. Okay, whatever you give me, whatever you respond to me is the exact reflection of how I'm gonna respond back to you. If you come at me like, hey, what are you doing? I'm gonna actually kind of like respond back like genuinely. Like, oh, nothing much. I'm actually job searching and so far I haven't really caught any fish. As cheesy as that is. So it's just like that picture thing that I told you about earlier. You have control of this conversation. You have a billion other options to where you're gonna maneuver this conversation in. So based on the information that I just gave you, you know, you can pull strings and say, oh man, that sucks, I know how you feel. Or, oh no way, I'm on the same boat as you are, it sucks. Or, you know, just asking them, oh, what kind of jobs are you looking for? You know, and just keep the conversation going, you know? And it builds and it just flows and like a river, and it's just perfect. It's just perfect. Out of all the Tinder responses that I've gotten, only one actually stuck, and that's pretty sad. Honestly, on his behalf, it wasn't even that difficult to begin with. We both swiped the same direction, and then he approached me by saying, hey, how's your Saturday going? And I said, oh, it actually turned out pretty well. Better than I expected, actually. He asked me, why'd you think that? And I said, oh, it was one of my best friend's birthday parties. And I don't really know anybody, and, you know, but she made me feel right at home, and so the best thing is really for her to be happy. So I was happy, and I had a great time with them. And then he'd be like, yeah, that's awesome. How long have you and your friend been best friends? And then from there, it just flew. It just felt right. It felt like we can talk to each other about anything and everything, and stuff that people aren't really genuinely interested in. The following day, it was like the Grammys, and we were just constantly texting each other like, oh, did you see Meghan Trainor? And it was just like if he was right there watching it with me. And I'm speechless, you know? Like, he was freaking awesome. He knew how to start a conversation and keep it going. Like, it was awesome. Now, I haven't met this guy in person, even though we're like 30 minutes away from each other, and I feel like we constructed a perfect environment that, like, if we met in person, that environment would just shatter completely, and I really don't want that. And I think he knows that as well. Like, we had an opportunity where we could have met, but the 2D world transitioning to a 3D kind of scares me a bit. So I just rather him just being an outsider of my life at the moment. So yeah, those are just some things that I just had to let out, you know, and tell the world or give some perspective. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I wasn't too and I hope to make more videos. So have a great day, your month, year, whatever. Goodbye.